Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gearblocks. Hopefully in this video I will get the Jeep-like SUV finished, or at least pretty much finished. Okay, there we go. So, I'm going to... I'm still not exactly sure what I should do for these windows. I'm going to grab the angled plate, switch it to transparent, and then I will see if I can stick it on the side here. How that goes. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. So, I'm probably going to do what I was thinking of before, and I'll have to move that, and moving all these might be a pain in the butt. I was going to move the windshield back before, but I'm going to put on the doors, see how that goes. I'll start with the rear door. I need to switch back to normal plastic. I should be making the body out of aluminum, but I can always change that after. So I'm going to do, yeah, I'll go there, and then I'll put another one. I take the roof off really quick. And I'll put the other one in line with the top there. Lock those in position. And then do the same with front. Like so. Perfect. I can put the roof back on. I'm holding off on moving the windshield for the moment, just because of it's got a bunch of work for such a little thing. So, I need to lock these ones into position as well. Then come around to this side. I believe it goes there. Yes. And then there's like 3 blocks in. I'll just take the roof off and measure like that. I think that one goes there, yes. Bring this down. Put one on the front. Let's go. Ooh, oop, done. Okay. I might switch out the bottom for servos. Because a servo motor will actually fit where the bottom one was perfectly. So I'm going to do that. I will leave the bottom ones still in so that I can use it on the door. But I think that'll work fairly well. I'll lock those into place instead. Like so. And thankfully, with the way the doors are going to be on this, it should be easy to get them to work. On this truck, actually, the doors don't open properly. So I need to figure out why. There isn't really anything getting in the way, and the hood doesn't open properly either. So, I'll get to that eventually. I will probably... I don't think I've done a video on this yet. I should... Maybe I'll do another video on these. Either way, and then a video on that, because I built that just for fun. Took this, made it into a 2-door, and then put portals on the axles. And it is awesome. Either way, I'm going to go like so. I'm going to use... Have I used Q and E for anything? Q is 4-wheel drive, so I'm going to use E and R for the doors. Oops. E and R. Toggle, seated, it's already set to 90. So, change that to doors. Copy that. I like how they made it so easy to copy and settings for things. If you think about it, it would just be a text file, so just copy and paste in text, really. Ooh, if you hear any beeping in the background, it is the washing machine being annoying. To save parts, I'm just going to set it up as one piece, just one bar going all the way up. So, and then I don't have to have a bar on the top and the bottom, or an axle, whatever. And then when I take the doors off, I can remove the door from the axle, and it doesn't really mess with anything. Okay, so start with it out, and then I'm going to put on a plate, like so. Ooh, hold on. Maybe I should do this. And then I can still use a plate, but if I then use another plate, so to kind of fill up the gap, I can do the rest of the door like this. Or I could make it even simpler. I also need to put a window in it, so I think a better idea might be to, actually, I'm going to place this in, so, and I'll just, oops. Yeah, there we go. If I use an L plate, that will give me space for the window and door panel on the inside. But the spacing isn't quite right, so I need to, oh, almost got it. Right? Okay, let's attach this. So, I will connect that to there, and then I feel like I should put the top hinge up there for some reason. Lock those together. That should rotate. What else is this connecting to? This isn't connecting to any... Oh, that's why. Now it should. Yes, okay. I just have to keep an eye on for that connecting down there. I could also shorten that so it doesn't. I will... no. This should be fine because it will be open by default. Anyways. So, that should all be fine. And then when I'm done this door, I can copy it and then mirror one for the other side. So, window. Grab a, oops, drop a wedge. Ooh. Stick it in place. Bring it all the way to the front. Down one. And that is a very weird angled window. So let's go like that. That's more correct. And then I will grab a normal plate. Stick it on. And there we go. And then that'll be ready for when I move the windshield back. I'll probably sink the lights down into the dash if I can. And then I can move this somewhere. So that's basically it for the door. I do want to take another plate. Or, I guess, 2 more plates. Plastic. And put that one there. I'm not sure if I want to, like, seal off the entire door, or what. So, I can also take this off now. Those don't get locked, so I can just door off. This does get locked. That should, yep, awesome. And then I will, I'm gonna leave the ends open, because then the windows can be moved down, if need be. I feel like the roof is still a little too tall. So, I'm going to call this, not Q, door temp, like so. Make sure everything's recording properly. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, I was just looking and making sure everything is proper to how I want it. I need to extend that up, extend these ones up as well. So, it'd be nice if I could just straight up mirror a creation, but I don't think I can. So I'm going to stick this door on. So, awesome. And then I will load it again. And then I'll likely have to change the length of it. Another thing is, on a real Jeep, the bottom corner of the door is slanted. I'm not going to worry about that in this, just because of how I'm building this. It's not 100% perfect, so it's fine. Ready? I also forgot to put on the inner door panel, so I will do that now. Go. And lock that on. Same with this one. And then I will quickly make the doors for the other side. And then I'll make some simple handles that I can just kind of stick on. So that can go there. I'm going to pull this one back off. Put them there so I can just easily recreate. I can duplicate the windows. See, I can just... Actually, I had an idea. If I just reload the door, I should be able to just flip everything. So if I flip this like that, and then put these on this side instead, there we go. Perfect. Now I will go like this. Go 3. Then save this as door temp now. Reload it again. And then same thing with the window again. There. And there we go. Now there's doors for both sides, and they will hopefully work. Can't see why this wouldn't work. Oops. I guess I should lock that into place too. I thought I locked everything in place. I guess not. Anything else not locked? Okay, everything locked on that one? Yes. Okay, flip this one around this way. Hit on. Unlock it from there, or disconnect it, whatever. And there we go. Quick and simple doors for the Jeep. These. And it doesn't look too bad. Simple. Basically all the dually had on it. I'm going to throw the roof back on so that I can measure it. Okay, if I sit down, how much room is above the head? Yeah, I could probably drop the roof by 1 block. It looks a little weird to me for some reason. The windows look too tall. Especially in the back. This looks way too big. Either way, the rear door, I'm going to do the same thing, but I need to throw on just a simple bumper. Quick. Okay, so the rear door, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I need a small servo that can go on the bottom, and then a half round to act as a hinge on the top. I'm going to put it up, no, because that comes off. Right, so it's got to go there. I was going to put it on here and connect them, but that would make it so the roof can't come off. Put an axle in, so lock that into place, and then do I have anything set to T? I will make the rear door T. The only annoying thing with doing it this way is if you're not in it, the doors will be open. But that's okay. Kind of like that thing. I find it weird how my gullwing doors worked better than these doors, but they're also a lot simpler. Let's grab another half round. And I'm thinking of doing... Actually, I'm going to drop this down. I only really need the one. And then, yeah, I'm just going to do the same that I did for the other doors. So, an L plate. And a normal plate to make it length. And the rear door can be much smaller than the other ones. Or simpler, I should say. Ooh. Oh, that lines up, okay. Just this right length. So, that, lock that, and there we go. Got our rear door. And then the hinge for the tire carrier, I'm just going to put, for now, actually, servo, do I want to build this into the bumper, or just have it kind of sticking up? I think it might... Ooh. I could also build it into the tire carrier, but I think this might look better if I build it into the bumper. So, it'll just keep it lower and out of the way, kind of thing. And then having it offset from this one will... I don't want that locked. Actually, the back door I might want to be blocked. It doesn't need to necessarily come off. But, as I was saying, having it offset will allow the tire carrier to swing out of the way for the tailgate to open. Axle on. I'm out by one. And then yeah, it's also one off. Just because of how I ended up making things. So it would be nice if it was out by one further. But this should be fine. Switch to metal for a moment. I would like it to be lower, but that would then stick out past the bottom of the bumper, and I don't want that. So, I think I will just leave it at that height. Put a beam across the back, side of that light there. And then, no, I was going to use a scoped beam, but that doesn't make much sense. Put that there for a support. Get rid of that. Actually, what I can do is this. Like so. Shorten it a little bit. There we go. Awesome. And then put a beam going up in the middle. And then copy one of the... See where it needs to go. Roughly... there. So let's see where axle needs to go. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. I just think I moved something that I didn't want to move. Whatever. That should be fine. And then that gets adjusted to be one above the tire like it is. And then, actually, I'm going to throw the tire on. And then put on sloped beam. Let's go with there. And have it come out to there. So it's kind of like important. There we go. There's the tire carrier, and then I can copy which one is brake light? This should be the... okay, it is the brake light. Paste. Paint this red. Stick it on there. Now it has brake light. Awesome. There we go. That actually looks a bit better than I was expecting it to. It's simple, but it doesn't need to be anything crazy. Most aftermarket Jeep bumpers are just nice and simple. And then for top, I'm actually going to pull the roof off. And then I'm just going to do the same that I did for everything else. The roof can definitely be plastic. I think I might end up making it carbon fiber. I'm not sure. I think that might look cool. After I make the body aluminum, make the chassis steel, the body aluminum, and then the roof carbon fiber. And then again, I'm just going to use the one bar for now. Keep it nice and simple. If I want to put on a wiper blade, like the real ones have, I need to do this a little bit differently. I might not worry about it for now, but I think it would be cool to include wiper blade. I believe it goes on the right side, or like close on the right side, but near the middle-ish. But if I go like this, it won't quite. That's also going to hang down. Okay. So I have to use a plate like up there, make it transparent. Back to plastic. Stick that to that. It's off-center though, like it's not. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So if I want to put a wiper blade on it, I will have to kind of mess around with things a little bit. So I'm not going to do that right now. Even though I really, really want to. Maybe I was going to set these to T. Now, E and Y, toggle, needed, blah blah blah. And hopefully this all works. I'm also out of time for it. That not come off again. Why is it not attaching to that one? There we go. Okay, that should be on one piece. It is. Stick this on. And there we go. Jeep-like SUV now has doors. I forgot to turn them on like usual. Ooh. There might be an issue. What I mean? They just don't want to work for me. These ones need to be inverted. So, yeah, that's... I don't get it. I don't see what's blocking them. But, either way, that is all I have time for this week. Next week I will work on the final little details, like maybe an interior light. Oops. I will move the front windshield back, and so on. Yeah, this is pretty much done. Just a few little details. I am so excited for how this has come along. Oops. It needs a little bit of work, but it's come along quite well. So, as always, ooh, I need to adjust the suspension again. By the way, as always, okay, if you have any tips or tricks or questions or anything, leave it in the comments. And as usual, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.